Why, hello there, General Kenobi. General Kenobi.
Oh, that sounds a little better.
General Kenobi.
Oh, that sounds a little
Test. Testing, testing. Test. Testing, testing. Test. Testing, testing. Okay. I can live with that. That sounds good to me.
Let me see. Actually, no, maybe I want that a little louder. Testeroni. Test, please. Testiculosus. Why can't I hear it? Oh, because I paused it. Hello? Why can't I hear it? Oh, because I paused it.
Wieners.
Hello?
Wieners.
Hello?
Wieners.
Wieninator.
Wieninator. Wieninator.
Wieninator.
Wieninator.
Yeah, I guess that's good enough.
Wieninator.
Yeah, I guess that's good enough. Unless I actively eat the microphone, that's about as loud as it can go. I hope the music volume is good enough. The background music, so that you can hear it.
Well, yes. Who's ready to get manly?
So make sure that stays paused.
It's time we accept the rest of this quest. Ignore that tiny cryo. I just took a screenshot. Ellie has put her skills as a reporter to good use. Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigating of my own since we last parted. I believe I found our Lapis Maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of the Master Guguremu? Yeah. I can't pronounce it. 1 second, I need to clean my glasses. I should have done this after I was done with the dialogue, but syntax, whatever, semantics, El Salvador, whatever you want to say. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of the Master Guguremo, a prominent member of the East Eldunard Trading Company. Her eyes and hair a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. The Sultana is absolutely obsessed with her. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, he purported by beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently, her father is the overprotective sort. Some say the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. Should probably do that, so Caveman can join us. Unless he already has. In which case, good for him. And hello, Caveman. Why have you not said anything yet? Anyway. But all this is about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed. And not just to anyone, mind you. The heir of the Bulgarian Consortium. The formal announcement is set to be made at a commemorative feast, to be jointly hosted by the two families' businesses. The venue is the Casa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance indeed. What do you mean my sub? Sub to what? Oh, sub to Final Fantasy. He's got to set that up before he can come and interject. Okay, I get it. Well, hurry your ass up. You only have... I was going to say, well, hurry your ass up. Anyway. Word on the street is the bride-to-be is making rare public appearances to be a thief. It is here that the thief intends to strike. It could be more certain of it. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Casa del Sol overseeing the preparations. This is one scoop that I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. Well, onward to Casa del Sol. That's Ladosia. Well, it's still in Ladosia anyway. It's right here. I know where Casa del Sol is. I don't need to use
A map? Your subscription must have, like, just run out, because I'm pretty sure we literally did stuff yesterday. Suppose you mentioned that in Discord, because I don't know if you're watching. That's probably how you spell yesterday. Alright. Yesterday is in the date, or yesterday is in the Beatles song. I'm not going to dignify that with a response. Where am I going? Oh, here. Ah, of course, with a name like Gugurimu, of course they're a potato. You're not one of my associates. The banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Apparently that's his voice. That's the voice I'm going with. I beg your pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. If I might have you for just a moment. Ah, yes, that two-gill sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled phantom thief and his letter of challenge. If you have come to tell me my daughter is a danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. You can't have it. I've not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rouge. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. Do you mean rogue? No. Hi. These brass blades of the Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say that one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief, we'll be his fast. If the thief is obliged enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making a wearer look utterly ridiculous? Oh, that wasn't him talking. I should really pay attention to who's talking. Yeah, they look confident AF. They look like a street gang. Consulting Express Briardian. I can't even pronounce my own name, it's so... Oh. God damn it! I have to pay attention to who's talking. Consulting Inspector Briardian. Your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter would be attending the festivities. Renege on my word would have dire implications for my family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigations to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit but your precious wit of your precious skill. You'll do it for free, you say? Very well. Let us see if your reputation is deserved, but consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Big requests for somebody who's getting something for free. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge, a precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner on the broad light of day.
This tells me that our thief is the attention-seeker with a supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless, he means to target a maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast, I have already narrowed the field. It's probably her husband. I'm calling it right now. No, that's stupid. Arabella's betrothed, Venus? Arabella's betrothed, Venus, would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would his father, Morgant. Yalto Noto and his wife, Sinana, the guest of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Gugurimu himself. Finally, we have Leeuwenhart, steward of Gugurimu's estate, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant.
He could be disguised as anyone.
All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Casa del Sol. Doubtless the phantom thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you will report back to me at once. Oh?
We found him!
Hildebrand Manderville. I could smell that stench of idiocy and incompetence a mile away. The pleasure is all mine. Contriving Inspector Breardian. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I am simply conducting a bunch of preliminary and undercover investigative work. Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor as only a Manderville man can.
These people are fucking jazzed.
He looking manly as fuck, with a sardine upon his brow. He does realize that there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he?
That could be the thumbnail.
Good Inspector. Good Inspector. I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let's put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in the case.
That works.
Me? Assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects.
Noted.
In the meantime, I'm having a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try not to do anything too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I'll be waiting for you outside Casa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Well, this is already going very well. Where are we going? Outside of Casa del Sol to speak with Breardian. I can pronounce his name now, probably. I don't know whether it's pronounced Breardian, but it looks like it's spelled Breardian, so we're calling him Breardian. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it would an unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, Maroon. Give me a second. All right. You were here. You were there when the Phantom Thief, in guise of Lady Derulda, stole off with the Trinity Blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? Nope, had me fooled perfectly. The perfect mannerisms. The identical appearance. That is for me to know. I'll show you whose name is mundane. You keep your observations to yourself. That, or you have none of import. Either way, I can respect a man who would listen instead of speak. There are two aspects of the Phantom Thief's costume that drew my interest. First, the utter perfection of the physical disguise. As thorough inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allowed him to change his appearance at will. This, however, was a secondary concern to me. For movements to mannerisms, to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Derulda. He was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with the clever and thorough criminal, not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise. He studied his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived in Casa del Sol 3 days ago. Then preparations for the banquet began. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our Phantom Rune. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? A brass blades. One of the guests. I will not say. I'm just gonna give this guy nothing. I had hoped you would prove more insightful, and yet it matters not, for the answer is self-evident. Our thief's first target, one of the brass blades of the Gerbera. Strong in numbers, few in words, able to come and go as they please, of fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss, an ideal entry into Casa del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question the brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is laying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the blades has been assigned to serve as bodyguards for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would have not had the time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search in the outskirts of Casa del Sol. Wow, that was a wordy cutscene. I'm gonna stop paying attention halfway through. But it looks like I have to go patrol the outskirts of Casa del Sol. Come, giant bird. I have this way to go. I don't need a map. I'm a grown boy who can navigate on his own. Ah, you must be the brass blade of the gerbils. Brass gerbil blade man. Excellent. You're one of the less incompetent assistants I have worked with. Thank the gods. Please free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive. Everyone sounds exactly the same, because I am not a good voice actor. There. Now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. Well, we just arrived in Casa del Sol, had a briefing of sorts. Master Guguremu gave us each our orders, who we'd be looking after and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on the back of my head. When it came to, here I was, stripped to my skivvies. Much to the charge of those of us who have had a look at you, you say you received orders from Master Guguremu. Who was to be your charge? My memory is hazy, but one was Morgant, father of the groom. The other was Lalafelian gent from Limsa. Yalto Nalto. Now try your best to remember. Where are any of our guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yeah. There was also the steward Lewenhart. I was to review with him the schedule of events, discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgant, Yalto Nalto, and Lewenhart, thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Casa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go ahead of me, and for the love of gods, just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Oh, he's gonna cause all of the trouble. Hellos. Are we going to be Sir Hildy? We are going to meet Sir Hildy. Ah, there you are, my friend, and not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did your Inspector Breaudian's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Yeah, we found a naked guy. Morgant, Yalto Nalto, and the steward Lewenhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I had considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildebrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend, the Inspector shall be none the wiser. If he hadn't hoped to nab the fiend himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah, there is one of our suspicious standing suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just you wait, friend, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. Unlike that other dude, Hildebrand knows the word rogue. Where am I going? Navigation is hard. Why does anybody let me do it? Alright. Morgant. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill, that you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley, handed down from the Manderville men of ages past, to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your batherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal, too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold as I ensnare our prey with a web of words, leading to his inevitable demise. Good evening, Master Guguremu, and a fine evening it must be, for you most of all. Allow me to offer my heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella's my daughter, you. Just who's the seven hells are you, anyway? Guards? Guards. Now hold your chocobos, Gugurimu. I recognize the lad. This is Hildebrandt, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire, come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief. I reckon we owe you man a gratitude. Aye, Venice. God, I hate doing that accent so bad. It's so hard. I'm so bad at it. But it's so very clearly like pirate speak, and I'm just terrible at it. The phantom thief? Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed, to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. Yes. He extrudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effort. Fashion-challenged youth. Most suspicious. Did I just say that out loud? He's in damn earsight of... He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. That's... That's me, Venice, ever claimed to face a danger. Truly his father's son. A worthy I don't remember what his voice was. I did 4 voices after his voice, and now I've lost it. A worthy heir to the Brugier Consortium, and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families, or family, I should say. Which reminds me, Master Venice, Abrella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since that day. Oh, that little trinket, 'twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasure in the realm would be hers once we are wed. My penis. Classy, this one. The time-honored Manderville art of parley. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had the Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Who's laughing? Christ. Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is progressing to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yaltonato and Leuenhardt, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Are we still waiting on you, caveman? Are you still here? Big Thieves. That's a cool name. Away with me. Good. Are you still getting in, or? Ah, the old beverage parlay. The old beverage gambit. Whatever. Anyway. I've not seen your faces round here. With the East Alderian Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, good sir. Very much with them. Some might say we are the East Alderian Trading Company. Aye, pleasure to meet you. Do tell, is this the Lapis Maiden as lovely as they say? Sultana, Sainana here is no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are my manners? Yaltonato, the Brigadiers Consortium. This is my wife, says Sainana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. Yes.
He's got some monies.
I dare say this wedding and the joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time. What with the manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuffs was... He's got like 6 voices at this point. I'm gonna go with this one. Waylaid by the Mandragorias. Nasty buggers, the lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of it. You have heard of the Mandragorias, haven't you? But of course. I once spent a year honing body and mind with the fist of Ralgar. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra what's-its a day. And your food stores were occasionally raided by the ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoria, yes? Oh, that wasn't Ellie. Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it that they've not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from its captivity. Why, they struck the larder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, my lady. I was able to arrange the emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sanana. Forgive my wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. And with that, I'd best go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads.
I very clearly didn't pay attention to who was talking at all during that conversation.
Criminy, none of those were suspicious in the least, but we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm.
You speak so fast, Inspector. The sight of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was I? Give up hope. Yes, many faces will laugh last. The Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm.
I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning, but it is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Briardian will be back any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lewenhart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briardian will be back before long. Come, Nashu, there's no time to delay.
Come, Nashu, there is no time to delay. Got it. Alright. Where am I? Here am I. Foodstuffs.
Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lewenhart spoke true.
Did I say lucicious?
Ye gads. Are those explosives? I spy concealed amongst these coconuts. Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our phantom thief after all.
Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Just leaves her bombs wherever.
Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation?
Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, and I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing a piece of driftwood either? Or needing this piece of driftwood either?
Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, But in this event, I fear somewhat misdirected. Now, see the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes, like the astute assistant that you are.
Indeed she is. I like that she usually accidentally her ways into the solution.
I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briarian is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now, let us dispose of these things before errant Ember sends us all to a fiery demise.
Confounding Inspector Briarian, explode, a fiery demise. Got it.
Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Does that... don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on our suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you over here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Briardian come upon these explosives, the consequences would be even more dire.
Maroon and I will see that the inspector keeps a wide berth of this beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it.
Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return for your creations once Inspector Priardin has been led safely from the scene. Investigations call us, and we must heed its cry.
Yay. I don't get any rewards because it's New Game Plus.
Oh, wait. I have to go speak to Briardian, who's just right over here. Oh. So Hildebrand has imagined thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed.
Indeed. But enough about Hildebrand. Rune and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and...
An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes. That spot just over there by the crates should suffice.
There of all places. But surely we could find somewhere more scenic?
I am not here on vacation. I am here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversations overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy.
Yes, Inspector. Privacy, indeed. I tried. Bloody hells. Don't worry, Maroon. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. It's not even remotely what her voice usually is.
Is it just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome the respite of the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to drown him.
Though the questioning of the brass blade attacked by our quarry, I have identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yalto Nelto, and Lewenhart. The 3 of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over... Are you 2 of you listening? Of course we are. I beg your pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I, too, feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation somewhere else. But there is no need. Wait here, and I shall build us a fire.
Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea that won't blow up in our faces.
What do you mean by that? Methinks the inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling in these barren shores is infinitesimal. Here we are. A piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. As the fortune would have it, I just happen to have a flintstone on my person. That fucking face, I love it. There is no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and compromised individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch.
Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for prosperity. It's flying.
What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. This is going exactly where I thought it was going to go. Somebody was going to read her notes out of context. That look on her face is fantastic. Could this be another challenge from the Fiend? Surely you jest, Inspector. Looks like nothing like his usual cards, see? Doubtless, it is just idle ravings of some madman. She glances over at Hildebrand. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. There are 2 more pages. Looked like she was about to sneeze, but, didn't. Give up hope. Here, he of many faces will laugh last. It is not the Lapis Maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But this would talk of another victim. The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page? What final page? Confounding Inspector Briarton will meet a fiery demise. It's like, no, she doesn't even know what's going on. She's gonna have a sneeze. No. Is she gonna push them, like, onto the pile? Oh, man, I missed it. Might have gotten that one. That's a good one. There's always some good thing. Obviously, I'm just gonna stand there and do nothing while he blows up. Blew up in their face. Oh, 1 second.
Anthony, you remember?
And we're back. Just in time. You saw through that fiend's ruse, but how? Let's just say it's called reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A ring in my ears, but otherwise no worse for wear. You have my gratitude. Hildebrand Manderville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector. Yet I fear our queries provide ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died as shocked if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance? Yes. Vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods? Tal's teeth! Those vegetables cost a fortune and they're ruined! Ruined! Agent of inquiry, more like agent of injury and incompetence. You are to replace the supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in a gall. That voice hurts to do. Alright, now where are we going? To Lewinhart. What is that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not. That fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Guguramu bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good gods, this is no thief, it is a madman. As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that we will prove to be a difficult task. Those crates contained imported vegetables, and of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in particularly short supply these days.
What with the Mandragorias at large, even if we place an order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The Mandragoria? I've heard of the Fell Band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables do they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it very closely resembles the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple.
Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Loonheart. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. There is no ordinary Mandragoria, but rather the bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of the Gerbara provide unable to resist them. Ho ho, a formidable foe indeed. Were only there a brave soul in our midst with a want for taking on fearsome enemies, with not a shred of concern for his own well-being. You! Do it. Your eyes, friend. They speak to me. They say I, yes, I, shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owner.
My eyes said nothing of the sort.
You are truthfully a God-sent adventurer. One Sundamel of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads from the Mandragoria. If anyone would have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gugurimu is likely to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope.
Help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're their only hope. I am, though.
A gentleman would never let his comrade face danger alone. Let us away to Laminsa together.
All right. Onward to Laminsa. You didn't see me just miss the X button on my map 4 times? The music has stopped. The music is back. It's gonna disconnect me. This is taking a long-ass time. Ah, here I am. I might have to wait for him to render in. I did. He's right here. I have to speak to this yellow jacket.
If you've come for the Mandragorias, I fear you're half a bell too late. As we were, blast it all. As were we, blast it all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check the shipment of vegetables that did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Fed his own vessel to a sheer terror, he did. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. The merchant left for Aleport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you've a mind to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. Ah, is this the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend? The ferry docked by the fisherman's bottom will carry us to Aleport. Let us swiftly be on our way.
Gonna wander into everything. Where am I going? Airport, duh. He did say that, didn't he? Wait. Oh, yeah, there we go. Duh. I remember where Airport is. I know what I'm doing. Don't let anyone lie to you and tell me that I don't. Eek, don't sneak up on me like that. I thought you were a feral turnip, a murderous eggplant, or something like that. Think I jest, do you? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took your eye out, as it did mine, my eye. By the time I'd regained me wits, they had already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined, ruined! If I never see another bleeding onion till the end of me days, it'll be too soon. The tiny trader, blah blah blah. To hear most say it, the Mandragora are a nasty lot. A right plain pain in the arse to farmers and provisioners of the realm over. But let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Feeling their pharaoh fawns from our lands, the table is but the beginning. Their bulbous blackguards have the far gander scheme revolution. Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umbra and see with your own eyes a veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with the dim expression, I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me if it ain't the undead overlord but fancies himself the gentleman expector. Which would make you, could it be the adventurer what bested the thief and duelist in single combat? No. Not just brave, but humble, too. Hells, if it been me who did the deed, it'd be shouting my name from the top of every mountain in Eorzea. But that's neither here nor there. Look, I dunno about you, but I ain't so keen on nothing of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly the fate of what we are in for if you don't nip this revolution in the bud, and I mean that early. As we speak, the Mandragoras are planting themselves and the whole army of their own kind in the Isles of Umbra. It'll be doing the whole realm a favour if you go there and uproot them before the harvest comes.
Many a case has I solved in my day, but I've not matched wits with the sentient plant life before. This should prove quite exciting. To the Isles of Umbra.
I barely read a single word properly in that entire sentence. Oh, I'm literally flying there. Come, Shonkabo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I am flying there. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one with a buzz cut either. What am I looking for exactly? That's what I'm looking for. This Mandragora bud. Watch out, Cryo. Oh, X square O. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. I'm being watched. I should probably ready my motifs. There seems to be something in there. Various different symbols and a distant voice. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Nimbus! Well, I found some buds and I got bad vibes. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. In this case, it's a parabola. Ah, Hildebrand. Seems I'm gonna have to interact with Hildebrand.
Fiend, my pursuit of the Mandergoria has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here somewhere.
Commence the Mandragorias? Ah, it's a fate, and I had to be level sunk. Oh, hell yeah, classic battle music? Oh. I was close, but, like, not really. Oh, I have to level sync before I can do this. Duh. We just start wailing on them, or... Wait a second. Get back here. Ah, that's not ideal.
You keep harassing me with no recourse about how I feel.
What is that thing doing here? You're not part of the fate. Go away. I'm gonna kill that thing real quick. There. No, it's no longer getting in my way. Oh, they're dead. Cool. I did it, and I only kind of almost died. Bye, Hildebrand.
It's been a slice.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Your turn. I feared you might end up a tasty snack for the crazed head of cabbage. Stolen foodstuffs. You've saved my ass today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gugurimu is quite particular about his seasoning.
Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper fruit.
That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it's time we return to the chase. Now, there must be some clue as to what yet eludes us.
Gore, the peppers have changed color.
What's this? The peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foes? A gentleman must needs investigate. A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Leonhardt described. Perhaps we've recovered the wrong crate.
But look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Casa del Sol. How curious.
Did I say purple? I meant purplish blue, or bluish purple. The two colors already are quite similar, when you think about it. These peppers have most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. We have our culprit. Ha! The charade is up after the man. The charade is up after the man. It is, as I suspected all along. The goggles have provided the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu, the fiend must be brought to justice.
Let's go bring a fiend to justice for not knowing what the color purple is. Well, he is dead. Looks like another day of justice has been served. Basically, yeah.
You can run, but you cannot... Oh, God damn it. If you thought you could outsprint the Manderville man, you're sorely mistaken. For pilfering the priceless blade, threatening the maiden's virtue, an untold crime against the law-bounding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a sniper, a fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask.
Mr. Jenkins! And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you crazy kids in here. Hildebrand.
Where am I? Who are you? Ha! Praying the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella! I must find her at once. My head. It would seem that this man wears no mask. That is a true Leonhardt. I swear on my life that it is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on the patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and in the next instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managed to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me.
Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him.
There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our query, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet, he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had the time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Casa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lewenhart back to the estate, that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety.
Oh no, the vegetals are back. I found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethed with anger at those that took from you what was yours.
See, off-screen introductions are annoying because I don't know what voice to give them.
Then it would appear that our goals are in accord. Make for Casa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours.
My game is afoot, inspectors. I'm not going to remember that voice when he, reveals himself. Or am I? They don't really know what they're looking at.
Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? Not this one. This one's already been made.
I hate it. It's gross. Ah, we're meeting Arabella finally. This would be Arabella. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once.
Oh, Lewin, always the worrier. Your concern is touching, but I am a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers.
Lovely though these flowers may be, they are unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Please, call me Hildy.
The pleasure is mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of the many-faced thief true?
I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart, for as long as Hildebrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear upon the Manderville name.
The gods smile on me indeed, to send such a strong and handsome gentleman to my as my champion, and yet... You seem pensive, milady. Is there something the matter? To tell you the truth, the marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Venus. Why, I've not even met him. He sent me his clasp as a betrothal gift, a treasure for my treasure. Wear it always, the message said. I don't care how beautiful it is. It might as well be golden shackle.
Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you have not even met. Unconscionable.
Father says that this marriage must happen, that it is for the future of the family trade.
Spoken like a true Dalian. But if I may be bold, my lady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood?
Quite so. Well, really, what was your first guess? The fact that he's Lalafell? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lewin in as well, though, as a servant rather than a son. You may think Father a cold and miserly man, but to me he's a man who gave me warmth and a hope where I had none. I will learn to love Venice, if that will make Father happy.
You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You're a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days.
If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm likely to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Casa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I as well must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. I get on a mount to move not even a single step.
We have not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtlessly assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Casa del Sol, I shall employ a time-tested Manderville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art that I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in our adventures as it has in my investigations, or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Casa del Sol. A fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me. You can find your own way there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the crystal. Where the hell am I? Where the hell am I? I knew I had to be on the same map somewhere. Nice.
Inspector Briati, I have seen the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed with the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere.
There! Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own, teehee.
There is no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage.
But Inspector, Venice and his family were not taken kindly to his betrothed absence.
That is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will bethink of something. Me? What do you propose? You're an expert in creating diversions. Can you just knock something over, blow something up, or the like? You know, like you always do. Inspector Briardian, I knew the day would come that you recognize my many talents. Worry not about Master Venus. Yes, For the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what must be deed, what must needs be done. That poor sop lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now, to the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here, the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect. Maroon, find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation.
Oh, please tell me I get to actually choose. I'm probably just going to pick up a thing that says ordinary garb, but it would be hilarious if I could just find the stupidest outfit I possibly could. Has the Lapis Maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing. We're wearing the same thing! But we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. I might have that imp outfit. But as I thought, it turns out I'm simply picking up a thing that says ordinary clothes. Greeting, friends. Oh, what's this you have for me? Servant's garb, but why?
Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into these clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight.
But the ceremony, Father will be furious, and Lord Vanes.
We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens, and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it.
Lewin, if Father heard you say such things...
I should have said them long ago, but by not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but two skilled inspectors on the case. I will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice.
Very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector?
Maroon, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now, let us return before the festivities begin.
Onward! Oh, it's eyeball. I don't like eyeball. Ah, I missed. I missed again. Alright. Keep missing. Alright, here we go. Ha ha ha! That wasn't awkward at all.
Ah, you returned. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vanes at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you?
Oh, please tell me Hildebrand's going to wear it. That would be hilarious.
Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it, but worry not. I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vanes before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that the Inspector Briardian and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities?
Alright, look, a seat for which to enjoy the festivities. Well... Curses. How am I supposed to find my man with all these people mailing about? Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honour and a pleasure to welcome all. What voice did I give? It was kind of like an Nigel tone there. Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honour and a pleasure to welcome one and all. Why am I doing Sean Connery? I don't remember what his voice was. No, 1 second, let me finish scratching my eyes. Aye. Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honour and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Casa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Brigare Custodian and the East El Dinard Trading Company. We trust that you've been enjoying this fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversations. The Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vanes is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Iltonato, Sinana, and honored guests, it is a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son Vanes, future chair of the Bruggier Custodian, to Arabella, daughter of the master of Gugurimu of the East of Aldernard Trading Company. You'd think I'd learn these words, like, eventually, but I just don't. The couple would exchange their eternal vows, today that the happiness of these... He's doing an accent. Happiness that they may usher a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing for the ages to come. And just bumble around a bunch of random voices. Damn you, Hildebrand Manderville, you had one job! Did I fucking call it? She's beautiful. With a rebel expecting otherwise, she is my bride after all. I think I fucking called it. Milady, you say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me. Mess. Fucking hell, I gotta... Alright, give me a minute. No, it doesn't count if it's fucking obvious, but it's still funny. My sun and stars, yes, 1,000 times yes, I'm yours and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purpose. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, Vanes, or shall I call you by another name? The thief of many faces. Oh shit, did I just call that, or is Hildebrand an idiot? Me? The thief? Are you mad? Yeah, Hildebrand's an idiot. Cool. I called Hildebrand's call. Let's go with that. That was totally intentional. It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well. Allow me to educate.
where there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty. There are but 2 men here in Casa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugurimu, and her steward, Leonhardt. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vanes, you were to have the first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None saves ye of 1,000 faces.
Anyone else with half their wits about them. Apparently she's Scottish now. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding tades? Guards, arrest that pervert at once. Lock him in the gaol and throw away the key. Arabella, oh, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me, quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. A glove on his right hand. Could it be? Maybe he's not an idiot. Today, on another episode of Is Hildebrand an Idiot? The answer is apparently not. Who's this asshole? A man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what's yours is now mine. That's the thief. Stop wasting time with that imbecile and arrest him. That's the thumbnail. You come all this way for me. You love me. You really, really love me. That's the thumbnail. God damn it, it's so hard to choose. Oh. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken for what I have come for, and now I must away, my lords, my ladies, till we meet again. Yep. That means the real Vanes is dead and naked in a ditch somewhere. I hear the real Vanes was found bound and gagged in the storage room. I was close. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. For what, milady? The banquet was more exciting than I could have ever hoped for. Vanes and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make my father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildebrand, who taught me this lesson. Look at that. Damn it, I missed it. Whatever, I have a bunch of... I'm sorry. Oh, for the love of gods, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, yet in the end he took only her necklace. Now that you mention it, Master Gigarumu told me about the clasp when it first arrived, engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess. It is one of the most treasured pieces of the Bruguiere collection, known by many as Azima's Virtue. Azima's Virtue. Reading is hard. The Maiden's Virtue, indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Just waiting for it now. Ah, yes! The card arc. He's dead. Yeah. Over here, Inspector, it says, made you look. The fiend plays for fools. Give that to me at once. Yoink. We next meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notion of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once, he may very well do so again. Yeah, it was him that attempted to kill you. Totally not us. Totally not an accident. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You've sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it is the Phantom Thief who is to blame for that bomb. Truly, veritably, indubitably, the Phantom Thief, most certainly. Ah, it's the Phantom Thief again. That fucking dress, though. It's hilarious. A case of density. The parlay minigame is now available. The parlay minigame. I have to look at that. Next time on Hildebrand. The victor goes a priceless treasure. To the victors. While the smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Are 8-legged better than 2? Can a Manderville man triumph over towers and win the day? A Colosseum conundrum. Gilgamesh is coming back. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. I've already lost it, Naju. Wait, is that really the key and a figurative one? At the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. Alright, I think that's all I've got in me for today. But thank you for watching, and we will do this next time on Dragon Ball Z. Or something. Where the hell is my emote? Most gentlemanly. Resounding. That's not right. That's what Murray's looking. Whatever. Alright. Thank you for joining me, and have a great rest of your night.